Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. Welcome to part 2 of my Disco Elysium playthrough. Thank you so much for the positive reception to part 1 and so many helpful suggestions and tips and comments. It's a little overwhelming actually when I was reading them, just how much I missed or things that I didn't even know about. It's even more of an in-depth game than I thought, so it is a little overwhelming, I'm not going to lie. And I will try and remember your tips and tricks and suggestions as best as I can, but I also am going to play true to myself and, you know, kind of bumble through the game as well. So please be patient with me as I continue on with Disco Elysium. The big thing was apparently the ending I got, the death, wasn't actually a death. Someone did say that it will explicitly tell you when it is a game over, so I did kind of screw up there. I thought it was like, you know, Fear and Hunger, where you basically get booted back to the beginning and you have to start all over again. So I guess I gotta figure out where the heck I left off last, because I don't remember what my last like actual save was. So I guess we'll see how far back I have to go. I'm a little nervous to see, like, oh gosh, how much do I have to do? Okay, so let's, I guess the best way to check to see where we are is to see what I've done and haven't done. Alright, so I haven't opened the trash container yet. Okay, I have the ammonia. I just have to inspect the body. I'll hold off on that for now. Let's go ahead and open the container. Oh, and someone did say I can do caps lock to run. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. I don't usually, I said I wasn't gonna save scum, but in this case I am very curious to see what happens after I pass out. So in this case, I will save beforehand and, you know, hopefully pass the check so I can get to that point.
This trash container was a don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is. But the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time. You see, a box falls into pieces among the threadbare as the leg. The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, that is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? Something sliding. A drab. This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the rest of the rags. Alright, we should go to Garth again and ask if he knows who put the clothes. See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes. The lieutenant. No, it's just nothing. What's this? A blue piece. Something large. Officer. Is that your... It is. Look, if you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well, his eye. Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what... It would also not hurt to start taking...
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interact.
You pick out a broken mug, only in its...
You've acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing of the list.
Alright, so before I check the ledger, I never checked out the mug last time. I don't think I did. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Sumerian descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
There's quite a lot to read into, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Alright.
What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Okay. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my bad-ass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Oh god. Do I go down the racist route of making my guy be like, oh, these snowflakes these days can't take a joke? I'm gonna make my guy... I'm gonna say I'm gonna push this into the face of every merchant and tell them this is your inane ideology.
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
I don't even know why I did it. I'm just, maybe the mug will come in handy later? Maybe it'll be the key to solving this whole case. Who knows? Okay, so, now we're gonna, but I know this takes a while to do, so beforehand, I'm gonna save. That way, if I fail the check, I can reload. I remember this, there's quite a lot to this.
There's a piece
So I'm just gonna skip ahead until I get to, you know.
It's just toilet paper. sticking to the back, way cool. It says, "Everyone look at me and my toilet paper covered cop ledger."
I don't think I did
don't
that
care.
last time. I think I
My
took it off
ledger
last
is
time.
droopy and
It smells like a urinal. An aluminium block runs the width of the board. The surface is interrupted by... What? That, it depends. Maybe yours will have. How many years you've been... Any capable light. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal. This means you can read the... Okay. While a bunch of sodden paper. They're not exact. Once in a while, the work strife. It's the middle of March. You have attempted to... Huh? 2 complex cases to 2. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say... It's okay. We all... God knows I've made my... Like a fan of girls. The checkered papers dry in... Yes. A title, one might say even. Yes. All others appear... It's going to take an effort. You mean the alphanumeric? Oh, you mean it's a holdover from the early days of... Again, I pray he's not... Red spike through the head. There is. Once all the tasks you inspect, interview, it's not exactly poet. A satisfying things to be done. No, actually. Great. I'm going to start putting in the hanged man. It's good to be so... You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. But yes, you can piece them together. Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And I got nothing here. Yeah. It takes about half an hour to piece one. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. In the back, then rip them 3. You don't have a monitor, but they appear. These are quite a dozen pages. Yes, the rest of the stinking cellulose it's made of dark blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles it. Permeables. It's the plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli.
but with your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Oh, it's only 42%. Okay. All right, I'm gonna exit out of this. Save again.
It's the ledger. Oh, and the cool piece of...
There we go. All right,
The
took
two
a
sides
couple of
the
tries,
board
but we
are
got it.
slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place without resistance. 2 ticket stubs and a hand. 2 octopuses
So I'm just
are
gonna
smiling, reaching their tentacles towards
fly through
each
this
other
'cause I've
in the
already
colored
done this.
pencil. Thin wax paper has... It smells. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. Familiar handwriting. A young woman in her... Harry, throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every step I take, you, kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked. You feel the ledger. No, hold on.
There is nothing again.
Nothing.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who is that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always
Oh,
there.
we got a new thought. Okay. Was that the X something? Where's the Voyager Road? Okay, let's say where's the Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's
Well, we needed to
basket.
get here eventually,
The air
didn't
is
we?
thick
So-
with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth.
The water is cold, silvery. the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink.
He
You
tilts the
haven't drunk
canister.
water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary
Maybe after I
form of
have that water,
hydration.
it's all I need, and I'm just going to be rejuvenated. I'll be able to pass every check. I'll be amazing. I'll be on my A game.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
All right. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again.
Right.
He hands you the waterlogged remains of your
You
ledger.
dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a
Oh.
special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses.
Okay, well,
Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
it doesn't sound pleasant, but there we go. I got an item out of it. Excellent. And a new thought.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green.
I've been
and
wearing my shoes for a while. I just noticed.
like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
All right, let's check out this thought first of all. White morning. -1 authority. Little guy gets further and further away. Well, that doesn't seem good. It seems like it's a negative thing. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. And the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell, like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches for the feeling's best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. What does disco mean in this case? Disco clothes. I don't know. I still have to do the thing to make me not vomit. I haven't got that one yet, have I? We should probably get that. But so let's see. We got our tools. So -2 authority, +1 inland empire, +1 empathy, -2 authority. I'll relax on that for now. Okay, well, in the meantime, we can check out the ledger, right? Since I'm here. Oh gosh, it was literally
Before
right
you
outside.
stands the motor carriage.
I didn't even
The
notice
bodywork
that.
is covered in blue and white livery,
I just had to walk a
bearing
little
the
bit down
number
this way and it was right here.
57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the
All
headlights?
right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant
Okay, he is
more than
really
happy to show off
into-
his precious carriage.
Yeah, because he was very excited when he saw the, wherever that place was that had all of the cargo. So he must be into, like, machinery and stuff.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay, let's pick up the
frequency
radio.
tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in dispatch. Come in Delta 10. This is Firewalker copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the... I'll be polite.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Just wait. Relax.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles from here. Okay, hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last day at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Should I be formal or should I try and maybe, like, appeal to her personally? Although, given what an asshole I have been, maybe she doesn't want to talk to me if I'm like, hey, I'm the drunkard who, you dealt with. So let's go formal.
Oh, right. Hello, officer.
Oh,
What
so she
can I do
knows
for
it's
you?
me.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
Oh, you quit your job with the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Alright. Did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gart into
Uh-oh.
this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
I'm sorry.
Why did I leave the...
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from
You
whom?
know whom?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else.
It was me. I don't blame her. I was probably an asshole.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Alright, I won't push you on it. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
What does the union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
Oh, what do you mean by
You
that?
know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Okay, wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking the truth? The union's the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Alright. Should I push? She already doesn't seem happy, so I'll say it looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Right, maybe there's something else you can tell me about.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash?
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely.
And then she had to
After I
deal with it. Yeah, I can see
unclogged
why
the
she's
toilet
not
and
happy
retrieved
with
the
me.
paperwork,
Why she
I
left
threw
because
it
of
out in
me.
the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
Alright, I think I've got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so.
Oh.
Please don't call me again.
Ooh, high
Why?
empathy. Okay. Wait, why does she seem angry with you?
Yes, you have obviously done
I'd be so
something
mad
to
if I'd
upset
failed
her
that.
at the Whirling in Rags.
Wait,
when she was
before you
still
go,
working there.
you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird. The
Ah,
bird-
yeah. I knew it. I knew I was the one who ripped that thing off the
Screaming,
wall.
"Fuck
Yeah.
that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird got what was coming to her. Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in Whirling. I really liked her. You call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Alright, so you're telling me I was the one who made you want to quit.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
She pauses. Go on, I want to know what I did. I mean, the only way I can accept is to hear the uncomfortable truth.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the
To
song.
hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
I'm sorry, that's it? That's not so bad, I'll say. Sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah, I sound pretty shitty.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing
Oh,
customers,
okay.
threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
I love how of all of those things, threatening to sing karaoke is apparently up there with threatening to kill myself and harassing people and waving my gun around. Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Damn, you were the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Girl, loosen up a little. Don't you ever party? I said, I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
When I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him.
Oh.
It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place.
Oh,
So
yay.
I left
There we go. I can be a
explaining.
little matchmaker. Maybe that'll make Sylvie and Gart. Maybe they'll, try and make up for things. Oh, maybe Gart will be so happy that he'll be like, you know what? Forget about the tab. You can stay here tonight because I still have to make money.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
All right, what else did I sing besides the oh? I'm looking for a song. Oh yeah, the sad song to sing at karaoke.
Rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify one particular song.
Which one would that be?
One that was really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Butchered that right up.
Her voice carries a tone of disappointment.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm just gonna harass Sylvie. No. I'm not gonna do that until I get a response from. Okay, let's connect to my precinct.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41, I've got an urgent business, over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Oh, just reporting in?
18,
Oh,
state your
okay.
message, sir.
Okay. Oh, I am in dire need of financial assistance. Okay, excellent. I can ask them for money. Maybe I'll ask for money first before I report my badge missing, because they might be so upset with me that they'll be like, oh, no, we're not giving you money.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything.
No.
He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the
Damn it.
additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay. Please, I'm begging you. I don't even have a place to sleep. I won't say that. That sounds pathetic. It's paramount to the investigation. You grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir?
Okay.
Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick
Oh, no,
Mullen. Who do you think?
Wait, what? I thought my name was Harry. Who's Dick Mullen?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is
Oh,
not
okay.
your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, Hop. This all sounds so whiny. Come on, operator. Tell him to stop this. Ha ha, officer lost his badge. Ha ha, like them. Let's go with that. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his
He
badge.
says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, god damn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Oh no, that
The whole
did not
station's
help.
gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation
Oh, no.
of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
All right, let's move on.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your
Hey, new skill
misplaced
point.
badge.
Excellent.
Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Okay, enough with this. I have other things to
10-9,
discuss.
Come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear
No
you.
heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Oh no. I probably did.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
I don't think I have my gun.
Check your
Uh-oh.
pockets. Check your...
Oh
Holy
no.
fuck. You don't know where it is, do
God,
you?
it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, coming officer.
Oh.
You get my question? You were wondering about your gun.
All right, I got about a 50-50 chance here, guys. Let's see. Let's go. Come on.
Lying
Phew.
over the phone,
Yes.
it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my
He
gun.
says he didn't.
Thank God for that.
Oof.
That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine afraid to ask to
Let's hope
relay
I
that
find my
captain
gun
to the
before someone
captain.
else does.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running
Oh
around
god,
with
especially
it.
if someone finds my gun and kills somebody with it. Oh, that could be real bad.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need
Oh, I
further
confess up
assistance?
to it. Why would I do that? I mean, maybe if I fess up to it, if they find out later that I lost my gun, they'd be even more pissed. But, no, I passed that check. I'm not gonna say anything. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4.
I mean,
sir.
obviously
I'm
he's
hearing
not.
your question.
Got a whole audience. I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is
Oh,
it?
shit.
He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Alright, I won't... Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir.
Say
Over.
my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just say my name, Jules.
What?
Oh, no.
What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated
Oh,
and keeps
shit.
asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Alright, they're not giving me any information. Shit, I should have just not gone down that.
Roger that. 10-10. Over.
Oh well.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She asks, startled. Jean Vicamer turns to her and says,
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Oh, Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks. Nice to know I've got someone on my side.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
He sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Old boy lights another cigarette.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand.
All right, let's leave that for now. Okay, let's get the
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do?
Ooh, can I take all of them?
Is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Okay, so we got the light on so we can check out that thing, right?
So we've been monitoring you.
Oh, what's this?
And now we know your copo type.
Wait, there are capo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop,
No,
clearly.
You're the sorry cop.
Oh.
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Okay, so I can opt in. I can be the sorry cop. Or I can be like, no, I'm not. What are the other capo types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, Liquid Shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
All right, let's opt in, I guess.
Of course you are. It's okay.
Rigorous
See if you
self-critique.
can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
All right. I'm the sorry cop, I guess.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Look at the preparations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it?
That's it.
Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this. Got drunk like a mega... I walked the land telling horse and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I felt like I just went around apologizing all the time. Let's say a boring office job.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
That a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually,
wow.
Clearing more than 10
so at some point I was a really good cop, and then
percentile of all RCM officers.
I'm guessing something happened with my relationship, or the ending, or something happened, and it just sent me into a spiral. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful
Jesus, I'm not going to ask if he's killed anyone. We just met not like today. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Gosh, okay, we got a lot of information out of that, and I got a new skill point. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm going to increase my body capabilities, and someone did say I can click to get more information on like what exactly it does. It's not only your muscles and your skeleton, it's your ability to use them effectively enables you to do push-ups, sit-ups, knockout punches, and 360-degree spin kicks. At high level, physical instruments breaks doors, chains, and bones and makes you laugh at the namby-pansies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraging others to... okay, at low levels, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Maybe that's not what I want. Pain threshold, maybe? Ooh. At high levels, pain thresholds turn on itself in seriously unhealthy ways, with full-on self-destructive behavior. With a low pain threshold, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. Yeah, endurance. Shake off a few cardiac arrests. It makes you a powerful man who looks down on the weaklings who can't keep up. However, cops with low endurance are likely to struggle. Okay, so I'm thinking... Yeah, let's go with endurance. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. I still have to go to the... I still have to do the body thing, and I still have to get the thing so I don't puke. So let's do that. So this is gonna take... Oh, the rigorous self-critique. -1 authority. Embarrassment to the party. Yeah, we're gonna hold off on that for now. Definitely gonna save after that. That was a lot of information. Okay. Now let's finally go and check out that body. Oh, wait. I don't think I checked this out before. What is this?
There are several footprints in the
Oh shit, I totally
left
missed
by work
this.
Boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What
Heavy
kind of boots?
boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks. Alright, let's try visual calculus.
Maybe more than
Nice. Heck yeah.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
Lieutenant has been tracking your eye movements. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Okay, light step, number 41,
A
shoe.
woman or a kid?
I don't think there's anyone to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
One of them was carrying him over.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
Okay, let's go with that.
You mean a display of athletic ability meant to belittle the victim? A local champion carrying the intruder alone? I can see it. Anyway, the others?
An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
Don't say anything, just nod. we'll let it
I
slide.
don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance
Yeah.
to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Okay, let's say interesting.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashon. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Alright, what do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel.
Alright, let's say we should withhold being content.
The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it. Suddenly, it seems like your tie
Oh
is
no,
alive
my tie again.
whispering. No, screaming into your ear.
What? Withhold being content? What are you? Mild to moderately disabled? That doesn't feel like something you should do. Live a little. Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove. You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene.
I like how vivid my interior is, but could we maybe do something that doesn't involve getting drunk? I'll find a way to get drunk on this scene. I swear to God I will. This is not how vivid I want my inner life to be. Alright, let's go with, yeah, let's do the first one.
Regardez la brutal. He wants to have fun without alcohol. That won't be fun. That'll be boring and sad.
Detective?
Alright, say everything fits. We should celebrate by getting absolutely under the hammer in this yard. Say, I'm experiencing a mild malfunction, Lieutenant. Something to do with my tie. It'll pass. Can you hold for a moment? Let's go with that one.
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. A beat passes in silence. The wind blowing. The cargo belt squeaking. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie, looking sweaty even by your standards. He needs to say something.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong. Better not to have them confirmed just yet. Do you see anything else?
Let's finally check out the body. It has been long enough. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Okay, 17%.
With his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
I mean, maybe by some miracle I'll actually succeed. Probably not, but let's try.
It does now. The ammonia
Yeah, I didn't
only
think
makes
so.
it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Alright, the ammonia didn't help at
How
all.
does the wind right now?
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen Captain.
Alright, let's just... We'll skip this because I've already done this before.
Not being hungover helps. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals.
There it
Find
is,
something else
finally.
to do while
Yes.
the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought.
Give it half an hour.
Okay, half an hour. We can definitely do stuff in the meantime. Let's go ahead and internalize that. Perfect. Alright, well, in the meantime, we can go and talk to Guard about the whole Sylvie situation. I'm going to save first, though. It's also the thing about talking to Kuno, right? Not that he gave us a lot of information last time.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh, Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You can't do that, Kuno. You trying to fuck at you again?
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Alright, let's see. Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one. It's shit.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
Alright, I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know about magnesium. I rock it all the
You're
time.
not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Oh yeah, I still gotta go get my coat at some point. Is that my coat up there? I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
After all, what?
Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. Yet, that conclusively explains how the coat got up there.
Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
I tried that. It didn't go so well.
Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear Kuno style.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Kuno, I keep throwing up and I can't investigate the body at all.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Maybe you got some advice for me? I mean, you're obviously handling it quite well.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
The kid looks to his left, then to his right, then leans towards you.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a kunified non-vomiter.
Kunified non-vomiter, here I come.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Well, I mean, I won't...
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I won't try it now. I'm gonna wait the half hour. But in the meantime, we've got other stuff we can definitely do. Oh, and it's past 1 o'clock, so I think one of the places should be open in here. Hey, yeah, there we go. Perfect. But before we do that, let's talk to Gart about Sylvie.
Can I help you?
Oh, here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
That seems suspicious. Alright, maybe... Okay, could someone else on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Oh, here we go. I talked to Sylvie. She left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with the
Oh, I can either cop to it or not. He's gonna be like, alright, I'm gonna add that to your tab then. No, I'll be honest. She didn't break it, I did.
You broke the skewer.
His face is flushed with emotions. A rash covers his neck.
I assure you it was him.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
I just break things. It's the way I am.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
Oh shit. Okay, I know. Of course I'm gonna say she said she was flattered it was just bad timing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
Ooh, is he gonna leave and then I can come back here and like check out behind the bar? The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter. And he can only go, what he said, down the harbor or the Union Place are the only places that are gonna have a phone.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything
Hey,
else you
plus 30
wanted,
experience. Awesome.
Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any
Damn it.
professional discounts.
Damn it. I was hoping for sure that... I was like, maybe he'd at least knock down what I owe him after that. Come on, I copped to the damage. I told you about Sylvie. Does that not count for anything? Ugh, anyway. Well, I'm glad that worked out. But I guess I'll call Sylvie back and let her know. Okay, so this is a new area. Dishes are drawing. They smell of chemicals and pine trees.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please.
I won't do it.
It's not funny.
I'll be professional.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Kim say something about a drummer? It could be a drummer. I know he was like, oh, I don't think it's that. But what if the cook was behind it and he might have access? Right? He'd have access to the garbage. So maybe he's working with the union and maybe he disposed of the clothes. So even if he didn't do it, maybe he knows who did. All right. Okay, that's an idea. Ooh, yoink, take that.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Nice. Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this.
All right.
Cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great.
All right.
I love that.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
At some point, I do have to go to the, I gotta find this pawn shop, because, you know, at the end of the night, if I can't pay my tab, then I'm kind of boned. I don't know what to do. Alright. Well, since we've got a half hour to kill, I guess we can actually look around, you know, other than this small area. So let's see. So the mess hall, we can't do that yet. We can't do this one yet. Can't do that yet. We gotta wait for that one. Yeah, I guess this might be a good chance for me to be able to find the pawn shop. Oh yeah, we gotta find the sad... I mean, we don't have to find the sad song, but I'd like to. Oh, ask who... Oh, shoot, I forgot to ask Kuno about the victim's clothes. Okay. Okay, alright, let's go back then. I hate talking to this kid, but hopefully this is the last time we have to.
Kuno care? The fuck about it? You're testing. Get lost. Yeah. The
Here we go.
Kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Alright, I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price.
Yeah.
500 real.
Alright, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent.
Breakthrough imminent. Okay.
His expression
All right.
couldn't say, "I told you so."
Okay. No, I'm not interested in the pants, especially for that much money.
Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Alright, there was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Does this adequate depiction of a South Samaritan man have anything to do with it? Does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Yeah, we're gonna straight up say it's racist.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
The ladder ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you'd say that ladder is unclimbable.
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Don't know. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie Uppergites of Ilmara. Not so much
Wait,
anymore.
hold on. The gardener used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags, the gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain.
So
shit.
that's interesting. She used to work there, but she's still hanging around.
Yeah, her.
Okay.
What was she doing in the greenhouse?
Yeah, we
in
should
March
definitely talk to her
anyway?
about that.
What kind of gardening?
Maybe everybody here is all in on this murder together.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't
Especially
like things being like
if
that.
they say,
Suspicious.
Sylvie said about like the union basically runs this place, and then you've got the dead guy who was like an outsider. So maybe the union strong-armed people to helping them like cover up the murder, do stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
let's.
whatever. Kuno doesn't. Kuno
All right.
doesn't.
Let's do that. Let's talk to her for sure. We're gonna do that.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All right, bonuses. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Excellent. All right. We will do that in a moment. But... So I have to hold on to that thought, I guess, in order to keep the bonuses, I'm guessing? Yeah, but before we check out the body, let's talk to the gardener.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Okay, 72%. We should hopefully be able to do this. Squint your eyes and look at her intently.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
The traffic
That's
jam?
right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Okay, so she's a lookout. She's like, oh, we got some outsider cops coming in. I'm going to keep an eye on, maybe report to the union. And, you know, like, what's going on here? Make sure that they're not getting close to who actually did it. Okay, I'm not going to call it straight out. I'm going to keep that to myself.
Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
All right, nice. All right, let's see if we can actually check out the body now without puking.
There he still is.
92%. Oh, and we've got the cunified non-vomiter as well.
Below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. As you breathe in,
Oof, there we go.
odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them, delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? They're the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually...
Okay, we got to talk to Kuno again. All right.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Wow.
For the north.
So obviously, This.
An officer's average yearly income is 5,500
So
riyal,
this,
unadjusted for rank.
I don't know what was he? Is he like a guard or something? Security? So obviously he's being bankrolled by someone with a lot of money. Wait, ka-ching, baby, nod to the boots. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
All right, sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel
It's
bill.
a sorry situation, I agree.
All right, how could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did this.
Oh, yeah, I totally did.
He's
yeah.
not actually sure of that. He's just being
All
tactful.
right, these look pretty advanced for a security
I
guard.
agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the
A
boots.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're...
Should I pull the boot off? I'm gonna try.
And chase it for us.
This feels dangerous.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Are you sure?
No.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
I just take them and be like, I'm gonna bring these to the pawn shop. I'll be able to buy whatever I
The
want.
cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently, this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me
The
so.
local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
So we're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
So it's a whole thing where it's like it's probably more complicated than that. All right, makes sense, believe it. Let's say I mean, my instincts have been good so
Yes.
far, right?
It often is. This bell worries me.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel
I
wiring.
was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How do they even get him up
A
there?
noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown
Oh,
man.
new skill point. Awesome.
I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Right. Let's say, is this a microelectronic system?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
We're missing something
I
here.
agree.
A sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Now let's let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Alright, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need the photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I'm the last person you should be handing that to. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His mouth mute. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home. Just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head.
High percent, okay.
His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Right.
I'm gone.
See, I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer.
Ooh.
A motherfucker. And a killer.
Is Kim just watching me talk to this dead body? I have another question for
Go
you.
ahead, Cobbo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
How has my character not realized his name is Henry after reading that letter? Alright, Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me.
Yes, there we
your
go.
name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I hate you, you stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
A baby affected with harlequism.
You sure I got out of that one. Coppolini. Come back later, Coppo.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his
Ugh.
thigh and onto his boot.
Gross.
So, what do you think?
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Alright. Could it be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Alright, something's coming out of him.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists.
Of course. You have come back later.
I think I've seen everything. Let's get him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
We could saw the
Climb
branch.
up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems
There
dangerous.
has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down
Ooh,
fast.
maybe we could shoot him down.
Bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off.
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Alright, there. The buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Oh, doesn't he have, like, bad eyesight? He said he's got something with his eye, so maybe I shouldn't let him shoot? Let me try. This surely won't go badly.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you say.
Alright, oh, say nothing. Let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow
Oh, he
sharp,
really wants to
the
shoot it.
lieutenant
Okay.
unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight
Ah,
file.
maybe. Maybe he'll
He drops
surprise
the
me.
paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements.
Yeah, it looks like he
A
missed.
cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
he feels bad about his eyes mostly.
Yep.
Just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot. Mukabat asshole.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, you leave my boy alone. I'm not good, because it said, like, don't try and don't console
I
him.
have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without
Alright,
assistance.
let me try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet
Oh,
planted.
can I
firmly
really
to the ground
quickly, hold
and
on.
Your left hand supporting your
Maybe, really quickly, maybe I can pop the hand-eye coordination. Except, realistically, like, how often will I use that? Maybe I shouldn't do that. No, I won't do that. I'll save that for, like, something I really want to use.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your fucking mouth?
Ooh, low 17%.
Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying.
Oh, 28%.
Cry now.
Ooh, point the gun at her. Alright, it's probably, and it's a red check, so it can't be retried. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, expected that. Oh no, I shot the actual body. That's...
Smoke erupts from the barrel.
It's real bad.
Your hand goes
Oh.
numb from the explosion.
I just...
With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon.
I just fucked up the crime scene there. Damn it. So I'm gonna have to explain that to my superiors. I'm like, yeah, I shot the body.
You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from
Don't
the
puke
skin.
again, man.
No
Don't
blood,
puke again.
Only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
I don't want to do this anymore. This is boring.
Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the dead body down from the tree.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking hooves or something.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Oh god, no. We're not giving you the... No.
That's preposterous. What are you, a fucking earl?
We still need to get him down somehow.
His tone is growing tired now. The stench makes him turn away from the corpse.
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there,
oh shit.
they can take him down.
Alright, won't that be
To
dangerous?
ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to have...
Damn, maybe I should have put my skill points into the hand-eye coordination.
Clearly we can't.
We could have avoided that whole thing. Who's Everett
The
Clare?
leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
How do we get inside the
From
harbor?
the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route.
Ah,
Where
okay.
your cloak is. It looked doable.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
Alright, didn't we want to talk to Kuno about something? Not that I want to talk to this kid. Okay, yeah, no.
Kuno doesn't...
Okay. Alright, so with that, I guess before we do that though, I'm gonna report. First I'll talk to Sylvie, let her know about Gart. And then we have to, I guess,
Inside, you
talk
see
to them
a set of
about the
steering
body.
wheels, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10-10.
This is Precinct 57.
Oh, here it is, here it is.
How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Alright, let's connect her to Sylvie.
Just a second, officer.
So he's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, Detective?
Oh, wait, no, I wanted to talk to her about Gart. Oh, well, I guess we can ask, have you seen my badge?
Yeah, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
All right, we won't. My badge is missing. Have you seen it?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Oh, my uniform too. God, I should really look into that. Kim doesn't have a uniform and he seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, Detective.
She sounds beyond exasperated. I showed you my gun. When did that happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she could continue. What? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there. Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Okay, I'll say, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
What happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe
Oh,
me,
you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I guess I gotta go to the pawn shop. I was gonna... Shit. So I might still be out of money even if I pawn Lena's pin. If I pawned my gun, now I have to make a choice to, like, am I gonna be having to sleep out on the streets, or do I get my gun back? Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on.
There's something about the disco
You
things.
hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
No, that's enough fun.
Alright, well, I guess we'll do what Kim said, and... Oh, tools. Okay, so I've got all these things here. Containers, secret orbs, and locked containers. Yeah, so... Oh boy, yeah, quite a bit here. Yeah, access the harbor and ask for Everart's Claire's help. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll head to the harbor, and I did want to go and get my jacket anyway, so we'll go through... I like the fact that by exploring and by succeeding here, they said about how, like, I either have to negotiate or, like, force my way through. I found a secret passage. I can just do this instead and just bypass everything. Oh, and someone told me that I'll have a better chance of getting my jacket if I take my clothes off, apparently. So I'm gonna do that. Or I'll take my pants off at least. And my shoes. There we go. Hopefully that'll help.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Ooh, still only 28%.
I was
Ouch.
under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right? Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
Alright, you know what? Before I do anything, I think for savoir faire, this comes up a lot, so I think I'm gonna level this up. This seems like this would be a very helpful thing to have. The info, it urges you to be better than you are, it urges you to be disco. There's something about disco. Slip by others in Sumerian boxing style, then tumble out the back with your unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps to groove to a good beat, and to lift useful evidence off perps without them noticing. It also makes you a cooler cop whose athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. At high level, savoir faire will make you the king of cool, which is much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revachol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen. Alright, yeah, we're gonna level that up. Hey, 42%, slightly better chance. Let's go. Let's try it. No, I failed again. No, I'm never gonna get that damn jacket. And I'm gonna hurt myself in the process again.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
I got you, Brother.
Oh, no.
Let me just adjust your breathing a little bit. There, isn't that better?
Hey, what's happening? You okay?
Oh no, I'm alright, I can't breathe.
It's okay. You're just having a little panic attack. Try to breathe as slowly as you
Oh, I
can.
should have taken the tie off.
The necktie lets go a little. Its vicious grip easing around your neck. Colors return to the world around you.
Good. We can always come back when you're feeling better. It's just a
Shoots. Okay, well, never mind. I guess we're gonna have to go through the other way then. Darn it. You know, where do I go, though? I haven't even gone, like, I've literally just stuck to this area. I haven't even really explored any of this.
An old call box with an off-key melody starts.
I think I saw this before, but I didn't really explore any of it.
A woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child.
Oh.
What would we say?
Fuck off, pig. I'm Kuno. I don't give a shit. Let me in. This is the police. Please open the door.
Sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her
The
words.
doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but you wait for a minute or two. But all you looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Oh, that's creepy. This is a woman's voice crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working.
Oh, hold on. Tricentennial Electrics. I thought I was calling Slipstream SCA.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My
What is going on?
I think I would
Who cares that you don't remember?
Is that my
Just go along with it.
ex-wife, ex-girlfriend?
No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
All right. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath's distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand.
And Michelle, like my name's Harry.
I thought you didn't care.
Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do?
Ever since I came to work here, it's different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh, please don't
She
cry.
doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call.
Poor Cam has to just deal with me and my weird little obsessions.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call.
Ooh,
12
volition.
name cards on the call box.
Alright, I'll come back to that one.
Silence. Silence. No silence. No, nothing happens after silence. No, this button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag.
This Postler Van Torrier mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffiti.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box. I am a strange one. Poor Kim. He's like, who have I been teamed up with?
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail collection box.
The mail collection box.
Oh, I got healed morale for that. Okay.
So do you. You shudder.
That was
Then you swallow.
interesting. All right. Well, let's check out over here.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
It is nice after dealing with those two kids over by the crime scene, actually have a kid who's polite.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Don't be ridiculous. I know all these
You're
things.
fooling nobody.
Don't you sass me.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the
Aw.
books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Oh, you're cold. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
I should have a word with the store owner. A good trooper, you are already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. She'd be like, "Buh, what?"
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or
I do
something?
my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school? Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up?
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
Okay, this sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious. It's like my guy's a conspiracy theorist.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Alright. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. A detective who doesn't know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't have my uniform, or a badge, or a gun, but I promise you I am a police officer. Okay, well, what does a cop look like?
I didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh, that's the guy that they were calling me. Oh, it's like I feel like I get triggered by that name. She points to a book cover one where you see a strapping Vesperitan officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work. It's your... Let's say it's not your body that's important.
Head. Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul. Not head, child. Heads.
Okay, let's say flexibility, or soul. The Mullen guy looks like a Hampelman. Who could respect that face? It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
A policeman's gotta have the right stuff and an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the
Ooh,
books.
okay. We can try that. Let's do it.
You failed to
No!
deduce anything substantial.
Damn it.
She waits intently.
I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. I deduce that you are very small.
Don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
Ah. Okay, what is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in the
Or
situation.
there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Okay, what about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about where everyone is poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? Let's say, what about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about a book where the man and lady doesn't work out?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Oh no, I'm like getting into my feelings here. You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Oh god, I don't want to scare this girl.
Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together. Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheeks, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Alright. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one
Why
day.
would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers. I'll show them. Or that'll
so
show them.
cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover
Ooh.
picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding
Alright.
a gun.
I have a better chance now. Let's try this again.
The girl keeps her
Yay!
hands
There we
folded,
go.
hidden.
See, it's why it's good to talk.
Why is that?
Try and, like, you know, expand things as much as possible. Why do you keep your hands
What do
folded?
you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
Alright, you don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She
Oh
doesn't
no.
want to
Don't
show
tell me
them.
she's being, like, abused by her
The
mom.
lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
Alright, it's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands,
Okay.
her nails frayed.
I mean, that's still
leaching
bad,
down to
but...
the flesh.
But not as bad. I thought that, like, her mom was hitting her or something. You bite your
And
nails.
you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive
Oh.
reflex.
Okay. Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I've got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's been putting on you. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers, child labor and dismal working conditions. Chewed on nails means you're recycling your body material. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches. Oh, well, it's going to go with this one.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Alright, you think so? Do better to do something about me.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow, there's something you're missing.
Okay, alright. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know
Hey,
she's
nice.
been talking to you so openly because
Okay.
you've talked before.
Alright, hang on, you know me. We've met before.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her
You've
feet.
been running around all week without your shirt
Oh
on, sir.
no.
Apologizing to everyone.
Well, I am the
Don't
sorry
really
cop.
understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
I don't have disco eyes.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
Because I'm on drugs, probably.
It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a little
Yep.
drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Alright, why did you not tell me you knew about me to begin
I
with?
didn't know I had to do that.
Alright, thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Alright, that went well. Okay. Alright. This is the mom.
Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Oh, I talked to
My name
her.
is Plaisance.
She's the one who talked to me on the intercom when I was like calling all those random numbers.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the.
Oh my
energy
gosh,
you bring into this
immediately.
space.
I'm like, money? Money. I'm gonna lean I'm not just gonna come out every time and just ask for money.
I am the proudest
newest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before, through the doorbell.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
She fiddles with her pendant
shelves there?
and waves her bony fingers
Go,
directly at
be
you.
drawn.
Wow. You're very pleasant. Maybe work on your customer service a little bit.
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Should I mention the curse thing? I'll just, your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing a good
Wow,
job
I could just call her out and be like, no, she was slacking. No, she was great. She was a sweet little girl.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Well, I've got 3, what are they called? Real. So even if I was compelled, I don't have any money.
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Oh, let's see. 10, 5, 1. Oh, I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. Let's do that.
Come now. It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Wow, for this woman to come in, like, we come into her store and she's demanding me things. That's not how this works. Fine, 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Oh, okay. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Maybe at some point I'll play my character as just like tear down the free market, you know, like against just work and just dismantling the system. Okay, all this pressure has made her really anxious. Do you know she's been chewing her nails?
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it.
That's right, Kim.
An unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. Yeah, actually, it's super all right for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. Let's go with the kind of the neutral option.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside
Oh
and
shit,
apologize.
that's awesome.
It's freezing out there.
So if I hadn't talked to Annette and passed that check, I wouldn't have known about her biting her nails, and like we wouldn't have even been having this conversation. That's awesome.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My
Yeah.
husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Okay.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Okay. Ooh, should I call it out on that? So, it's broken people raising broken people, right? Okay, you're like Annette to your husband and your mother.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
My husband is completely different.
Oh wow, we can go into a whole thing about... Wow, I wasn't expecting this. Is this husband Annette's father? Is she an only child? Okay, she told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
I'm sure this woman, what's her name, plays sense. She'll be like, why are you asking all these questions?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the
He
bookstore?
made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
All right, let's go talk to Annette. Look, Annette, I talked to your mom and got you inside.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Oh?
I thought this would fit you. Like,
Oh, she
thanks
did.
for helping out.
A
Not
hat.
me. The city, I mean.
Oh, that's so nice of her. She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears. For him, he's probably just like, oh, Dick Mullen, because he's like, people use that for him derogatorily, where it's like with her, she sees it as a compliment. Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. All right, let's put the hat on, and maybe we'll talk to her and see what she thinks. Hey, +1 and say, maybe I should take the gloves off. There we go. For now, it definitely looks a little bit more put together. So there we go. So let's talk to Annette and be like, hey.
Detective, are you here for more books?
Oh, I was hoping she'd comment on the hat. Okay, let's actually check things out around here.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Store keep. Tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. At last, someone sensible. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend...
Oh, 9 real.
The
Damn.
Man from Hyundai. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I gotta get some money. I gotta find this pawn shop at some point.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
You just said I don't look like I have
Who
kids.
are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Kim, are you my
Are you
friend?
actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Alright, I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend
Oof, 12.
Suzerainty.
Wow.
It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
So what about all these, how'd she pronounce it? Wirral?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things.
She seems like
Personally, I don't like it.
one of those
Not at
people
all.
that were into the whole like D&D like satanic panic thing, being like, oh, those are demonic games.
I've heard they turn people into
Oh my
occult
gosh.
enthusiasts,
I must be
But
what
they
a
have
reference is.
where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book
It
is
definitely, that is so
Welkin
D&D.
Compendium.
So D&D.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate
Yeah,
cover
the
art.
thing
The
like
Hunters
creature
of Catuan,
compendiums and things.
Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board games section? Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral.
Ooh, 25. They just get more expensive.
Module. The side panel notes a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega setting supplement, so it makes sense.
Oh, wait, let's move a little faster here. Oh, what are you?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as
Yeah,
if
is
she's
that...
trying to put a spell
Yeah,
on
the way that she's talking and she's fiddling with her pendant. That's a big pendant now that I'm looking at. Is that like gold thing? That's humongous, so she is.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and
Well,
straw.
Annette did say there was something
Inside,
about a curse.
disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets.
So I wonder
stares
if
at
the mother also believes in the curse and she's what got like maybe some sort of... She put something up to like ward away the curse or to like help with the sales?
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone for now because I feel like if I'm gonna mess around with it, I might get kicked out before I can investigate anything further. So I'm gonna check up here,
These shelves are overburdened with books.
and then
from
I'll
the same
check
series.
the I'll check
You
out the
see
curtain.
the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Storekeep. What's with all the crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen.
Jeez.
Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies.
Oh, no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
All right. Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye
Hey!
notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken
A
identity.
worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed
Oh,
for the
boy.
murder of his best friend.
Why does that
and there's
speak
just
to
a
me?
few
Oh,
ways
no.
to prove his innocence.
Is that some sort of clue to, like, something that happened to me? You know, before I forgot everything?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy full of
Then
contradictions.
this is the book for you.
Ah, well, maybe I'll get it at some point when I can afford it. Seems like that book is calling to me.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an
A
innocence?
very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Okay, I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
For a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow.
Damn it.
There's something personal inside.
Stop telling me I need all these books. I'm poor.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
Can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan-Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds.
Man, the time
Words
is just
after
flying by
concerning
because there's so much stuff I've checked
unknown
out.
to you.
Ah,
You only know you've never been there.
it's almost 5 o'clock. I still have to go and I still gotta go to the harbor. I gotta talk to the union people. Ah, shoot.
You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river.
Oh, I'm gonna see if I
The
can
river Esperance.
buy the
Countless
map.
bridges put the shards back together.
At least a Revachol, that'd be very
The river islands.
useful
La
to
Delta
me.
says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forburg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
In Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed.
Okay.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides,
Damn, calling me out.
scarcely afford them.
How do you know?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it.
Oh, 90 cents.
Martinez is
I can buy
90
that.
cents, though.
Why is the one at Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people
This
tried
feels
to
like this
spruce
might be
the place
useful.
up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened
They
then?
didn't get that far.
Ooh, okay.
For some reason.
Ooh, I could steal it.
Shame. The
Ooh.
project never got going. It'd be
Okay.
nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
She did say it was out of date, but it's only 90 cents, but that's like almost a third of what I have. I'll buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
It's just nice to be able to have something I can actually afford.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range.
It's crazy,
of
this little store. Well, it's not really that small, like how much I can explore.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium.
Ooh. Oh, this seems like this would be...
How to continue.
This might actually be a useful book for me.
Who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder.
I mean, some of it does sound
to
like
treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases.
snake
Pre-
oil.
and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly outerworldly.
Increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl.
What's the
The
Pale?
book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's the book
The
about?
book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the Pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pale.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the Pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the Pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
What does the Pale aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver.
Sounds like I could use that.
That seems improbable. For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital.
Well, I certainly don't need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Oh, that was long. Okay. Well, with that, I am going to finally go check out the this. I've been curious to check this out since I found it.
The curtains, tattered with age.
Let's just pull it open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Okay. Okay, I could say about the curse. Oh yeah, I never brought up the fact that Annette told me about the curse. Shoot, maybe I should have talked to her about that. I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now, please step away from the curtains.
She's almost begging you. This is different. I love how I went to the other stuff and now I'm pulling out the cop. You know, like, I'm a cop though.
Not like anyone was killed there.
Oh, she stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there.
Now I'm doing it.
Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before
Shit.
you decide to do anything.
There was an autosave before this happened. What if whatever I open it just kills me?
Talking is always good. Go see what
All
she
right.
has to say.
Fine.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust.
All right, let's talk to her first about it. I'm having a lot of time pass by, though.
Officer, and welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Why are you so uptight about the curtains? I just want to know what's on the other
I
side.
already told you. It's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Oh, should I mention Annette? I feel like I'm gonna get Annette in trouble, but I'll bring it up.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you.
Ooh.
You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators.
Simonese, not
They provided me
Simonese.
with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
And how's
There are
that working
numerous
out for
spells
you?
cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
It's funny how she talks about Annette and her, like, it's like, oh, reading those stupid science fiction books, and yet she's into this whole occult stuff.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
All right, let's see if she wants help with the curse.
Certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for?
Okay.
A para-detective.
Yeah, let's do it. Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither
Yes.
up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Sure. Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sensed the psychic emanations from afar the sleeper beyond calls
I'm
out.
not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently
Oh, I keep forgetting Kim's here. He's just like, dude, come on.
Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
Alright, I'll admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Simonese blood also runs through me. I am the Void Revenant. I have the power to debad all the bad energies. We'll go with the first one, sounds more legit.
Simonese? Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
What if there actually was some sort of curse or something and they got killed?
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet.
Oh.
The entity.
Do not act surprised. You
Yeah.
know of these things.
Of course, the entity, for I have sensed its
You
presence.
have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous.
So I have to go
She
check
has
that out too?
barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume.
Oh, yes.
You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtain.
Well, I guess talking to her did work out. I could have just bum rushed my way through it, but even still, I wouldn't have been able to get through the door.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to this. I really should go to the harbor. A lot of time has passed from being in here, so I should go do that.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinaise, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinaise North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map,
Excellent.
go to your journal
All
and
right.
select the map tab.
So it was good to get this. There we go. I have an actual map now. Awesome. That actually was a really good buy. Okay, so it looks like the dock is this way. So it's just past the, whatchamacallit, the hostel. So we want to go this way. It's just wild. I've played, what, like 5 hours of this game? And I've explored such a small little area.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Rivachol, that's where we are. What's up with that?
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Oh, alright, we're getting into the racist stuff. Okay, we're getting into some... I mean, we've been dealing with some heavy topics, but yeah,
Every
okay.
school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it
You
belongs
tell
to
him.
you.
Yeah, Cam, I'll be your hype man. Yeah.
It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Because it's, he's usually, and he is still sounding very calm and collected, but he's not usually one to speak up like that, so good on him for standing up for himself.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Okay. He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into the guy. He's just really proud of being Revacholian. Limbo, what's going on here? I'll go with the first one.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM.
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah.
my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Oh, fuck it, A, Kim, I got your back. Would he appreciate me punching him? But let's do it.
You do make a cute couple. You know that.
The lorry man spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
I mean, he's had my back so often. He's dealt with my nonsense. It's time that I stick up for him. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his
Ah.
boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Ugh, I found this mug in the trash. Oh, hey, racist lorry driver. Is this racist mug yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go.
I'm glad that the mug actually came up in some capacity. Is it yours?
Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinaise.
All right, what was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of
Ah,
the
God damn it. All right, let's get into this conversation.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I could push him on that, say you're just a racist, but we do want to ask him questions. I don't want to, like, say I agree with that. Let's say I can't really remember what that means. You know what? Sometimes when people are saying some racist shit or some sexist shit, and they're taking it, as a joke, you just be like, no, you know what? I don't understand. Maybe explain it to me in detail. And then they realize how douchey it sounds, and then they get all like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
People who've studied these
But this guy doesn't seem that way. He's like proud of it.
Me, as superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize that.
Oh God, I really regret going down this path.
Happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
I think I can get down with racism. Jesus, no, I'm not gonna... I want to say I'm not down with it. Why don't you go fuck yourself? But I want to try and just... I don't want to piss this guy off to the point where he's not going to answer any questions, so we'll be like, okay, fine, let's... Sure.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Lieutenant Kitsurage's stern expression remains
Kim.
unchanged.
Oh no.
But you sense something there.
I hope he's like not upset with me. I hope he doesn't think I agree with him.
Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet.
Oh no, Kim, I'm sorry.
What happened? Did your balls shrivel up? You had plenty of chances to get off this road, but no, you let this guy keep talking.
Shit.
Then, when the time came to make your choice, you tried to split the difference.
No, I should have asked about his boots first and then talked to him about that stuff. Damn it.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so
and I don't think I can go back and do that conversation again. How long has this been going on then?
A strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? Been admiring the Stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of threads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with their soles? Where'd you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
Why?
For when the invasion comes. The last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
Alright, hopefully I can get back into his good graces. Let's be like, what is this invasion? It sounds more like immigrant bashing.
Hey man, you know, there are all sorts of invasions. I thought we could rely on the cops. We're in this together. It's about not the most popular topic.
Alright, I can have this conversation again. Now I can go all in on calling him a racist.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books.
Oh my gosh. He's like, I'm an educated racist.
Even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, let's try the I've made up my mind. Yeah, I'm not down with it. Go fuck yourself.
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Kim, I tried, man. I tried to be like, oh, I stuck up for you a little late. I just didn't want to, like, have him shut me out before I could check his boots. I'm a coward, I know. I'm the sorry cop. Oh, okay. You know, man, I'm never gonna get to the docks.
Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this, Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
And what? Why is it written with three T's?
The extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
The hat. Oh, points to her hat. I thought I was talking about my hat. I'm like, her hat's kind of dorky looking. Let's say, who's the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the
All right.
real police.
All right, Cam, let's continue. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Just,
I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone.
we can talk about that door. Does Fritz have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Can you tell me about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Reality. You mean what reality?
I bet. Oh yeah, that's right. Because they said about like to ask people about the reality. Yes, I'm going to ask this teenage girl who works at like a general store.
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
I meant the physical reality.
I don't know. What about it?
Okay, I'm not gonna ask all this. I'll say the coalition. What's that? Someone told me there's one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
What is the revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
What about the one we've had here in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
Cool.
All right, well, that didn't really get me much information.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever.
Oh, it's like recycling.
Put it in the machine.
Okay.
Then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's too much here. All right, getting distracted again. All right, here we go. This seems like we've arrived where we need to be.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man of his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us?
Oh.
Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
I'm thinking no.
We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authority.
Oh, great. So now I'm gonna have to pick. So I guess these are because the strike is going on in the harbor. You got like the scab workers wanting to come in and work, but they're being shut out. So it's like, I don't want to get on the union's bad side. So I'm gonna say I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. I know. I'm a fence sitter.
Cops tend to side with the higher ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops. I can see you understand, though. Right to work! Right to work!
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland.
Yeah, he sounds a little jilted with his...
Compiling replies from a set of learned
yeah.
phrases.
I have some questions for
Maybe
you.
You should ask them questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
A loitering man hollers in return. Okay, I want to get into the harbor too.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Alright, I'm just gonna tell him. I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading
sure, why not?
Workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing
Oh,
is vaguely mismatched.
okay.
The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Can I check his boots? They did say there's something about like someone maybe carrying that body. He seems like he could be big enough. Is he 200 kilograms? I doubt it. He's a big guy. Because what was it? Was it 200 kilograms? They said it was most likely someone carrying another person, but...
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Oh, okay.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air.
So he got his clothes from somewhere.
Obviously not his.
Interesting.
Silence is the answer.
Okay.
There's something
I'm glad I followed that line of, conversation and stuff.
Quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
All right, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
All right, no, I'm gonna pry.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work.
All right, someone who could carry a body. All right, a bouncer where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
It was a long time ago. We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the
Main
entrance?
gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way
Okay,
to
so
the
I'm gonna
access
have to get there and see if I can talk my way in.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Oh, can I get up there, open the gate, and let them in? I could probably do that. That would just feel like that would cause all sorts of problems, though. Okay. Alright, I've done enough, I've done a lot of talking, so I should probably actually try and make my way into, I go up here? Oh. Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I can ask him for money too. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help. It's, you're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure it'll never get solved.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree?
Oh,
Hey,
that's
that
right.
sounds
Yeah, that's right. I'm
help you
also
with that, sorry.
just gonna see if I can get. Only maybe if I could talk to the scav guy, like he would probably be able to help get that body down.
I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone
Maybe
else
the
who
killer,
can
that
address
guy
it.
he said was that the scav guy said was up on the killer. Does it mean you can let me through the
I
gate?
don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead.
Measurehead.
Go in.
That's the killer, right?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist. there. Walk right past him.
I didn't like the way he
Press
said
the
that
button
last
to
part.
unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example,
Oh yeah,
you could best
absolutely.
Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
I can't even jump a couple of feet to go get my coat. I would be I'd be killed.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Oh my gosh, has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Sure.
I'll ask him for money.
Sure thing, my friend.
Oh, he's actually gonna
I
give
can
me some
help you
money? Hand-eye coordination, try to catch it. No, I'll just let it fall to the ground.
Sorry, friend. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do. Comes naturally.
Don't worry, much appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out. We're on the same branch, you and I. Not like these slithering scabs.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss
Okay.
and are on a better footing with the organization.
Alright, I actually haven't saved in a while. I probably should do that, especially if I'm about to take on this Seminese guy who could absolutely murder me, and I feel like that might be an actual game over. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Before I do that. Door here. Oh, this is... Wait. Yeah, this is... My code is over here. Okay, so that's... I thought that area looked familiar. Oh, so I think... Did Kim mention that? Or was it Kuno? If I can get there... The harbor's right here. So if I screw up here, if anything, I could try again. Maybe... I do have a skill point I haven't used yet. So maybe I could put more... Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do that right now. I'm gonna put it into... You know what, actually I'm gonna wait until I actually get up there to see which one it is that I need. Ah, sealed door, that's what I thought. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Alright, let's go and talk to this guy. We got... Oh, got some... I talked to any of these people? Oh, looks like I'm just gonna be talking to him. Hey, sir?
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm. Ham sandwich.
A ham sandwich. What a great insult.
Because you are not a threat to me.
Alright, my body's unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you.
Uh-oh, that was not good. His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You can
oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's see if
others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Okay, I'll...
Yes.
He means alcohol.
I doubt it. My microcephalic race.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good. It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Yeah, Kim is, he tends to be very... What's the word I'm thinking of? Like, if he says it's not good, then it means it's horrible.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there.
Oh shit. The fat racist over there. You're just him after pumping some iron. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I'm the police and oh, that seems bad. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Okay, you know what? I'll see what happens. I'll see what happens.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich. How you gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him.
Oh no.
Just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door.
Maybe I could use like my hand-eye coordination to just be like, bam, just hit it and then just run.
This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside.
Yeah, we'll push him out of the way. That will surely go well for me. Oh, jeez. None of these seem like good options. To me, straight up be like, yeah, you guys killed that man. I'm just straight up accusing him.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the arbor.
Alright, I'm gonna push my luck and say I need you to help me get that corpse down.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshaget's race theory. He would take you as one of his
Oh
own.
gosh. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Semini supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you.
Oh
you
no.
Could reject the findings,
Okay.
sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Oh my gosh, not just a racist, an advanced racist. Do you know anything about this mug? I'm just trying to change the subject.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
I'm not. No, you serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yes, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I love that. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not?
Oh, I've got
You
it
have
from
picked them
disco.
up from rock and roll songs?
There's a lot of comments about disco.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
Okay, let's get it. I'll ask, who are the
The
Semines?
South Island race, haplogroup R4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericles.
Oh my gosh, it's so much.
Arrived here 4,000 years ago.
It's a lot. I mean, the world building in this, and I know they take it from like real world history and things like that, but it's still, it's a lot.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
There's the talk about the pale again.
I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Oh, do I take a chance? I'm gonna go with it. So you're not really Seminese, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting that dead body down from the
Yeah, it definitely seems like he had something to do with it. Kim, what do you think about
I
this?
think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
I love it. I love Kim. It's just like, he can be funny sometimes, but he's so deadpan about it.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Alright, what are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull.
Alright, I will say nothing to that.
This should dispel any doubt. Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber, perhaps in 4,000.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the
Alright, it looks like we're going back to the roof again. Yeah. Okay, well... I think we're gonna end it here. I've been playing, I think it's been over 3 hours by now. It feels like I haven't done much, but, well, oh my gosh, it's, once again, it's a thing where it's like, for every one thing I do, it feels like I get, I mean, it's like with most RPGs, right? For every one task you complete, you get 5 more. So, it just, yeah, it's a little overwhelming, and the time just keeps ticking by. We haven't even got into the harbor yet, which we'll leave for the next episode, so it looks like our only way in is going to be to go on the roof of the Whirling in Rags. Either the roof, or cut... Oh, we haven't even checked out the roof of the Whirling in Rags, have we? That's right, yeah, because like we went in through the secrets storage, or the secret like area that Kuno had. That's how we were able to get onto the roof, so we could check that out. So we will leave that for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching part 2 of Disco Elysium. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode as well, and I'm gonna do my darndest to get into the harbor, talk to the Union boss, and maybe get that body down. We'll have to wait and see. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys for part 3 next week. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lindsay VA, Lunar, Kenju Storm, and Icognito.